What is a life hack that seems fake, but is a true lifesaver? Every male should know this. If you want to get rid of an awkward boner, flex any muscle in your body, maybe an arm. For a minute, the blood will rush to that muscle and away from your dick. Crisis averted. If you stand up too fast and your head starts to spin / rush / blackout, tighten your abs as hard as you can, and it'll help drastically reduce the head rush. You can also do it preemptively to help stop it before it even happens. Splash some water your face. As a mammal, you have a diving instinct, so water on your face triggers a response. You wake up, there's more oxygen to your brain, you feel better, plus your face is wet. If you get food / grease stains on your clothes, cover the stain with dishwashing liquid. The stain will come off when you wash your clothes. Turn your device on and off before contacting tech support. When it is icy or going through somewhere wet, always have both hands free to break any fall. When working with a job you know has safety hazard, always be on the lookout. My coworker broke her wrist because someone forgot to put the pallet in the correction location. Sometimes people are out to get you, or maybe not even thinking of you or your safety, so always got to have your own back. Use whitening toothpaste and a little water with a paper towel to clean stained dry erase boards. It easily removes ink and doesn't spread it around like rubbing alcohol. Works on boards that have been stained for years. Lol, 43k people upvoting this thread, so BuzzFeed can get some content. If your ink gets stuck on your finger, Windex will slide it right off. Worked at a jewelry store for 5+ years. I saw a comment on one of these kinda threads that recommended gently rocking back and forth while pooping. Who've never had any problems in the bathroom, but I happened to be sitting on the toilet when I read the comment, so I decided to give it a test drive. I was pleasantly surprised at how quick and effortless the whole experience was, and I haven't gone back to my old stationary technique since. As a bonus, #1 and #2 now require the same amount of time in the bathroom. Ever have a split bud knuckle? Some of us cold climate people know about it. Dry air plus tight clothing plus clothing layers equals a split in the skin at the tailbone. A split bud knuckle. The cure? Warm water bath with baking soda. Rinse. Pat dry. No rubbing. Dry with a hairdryer. Then apply a layer of Carmex. Cured overnight. If you have funky armpits and need to fix them fast, use hand sanitizer. I figured this out years ago when I remembered that the smell comes from bacteria reactions, which antibacterial hand gel kills stone dead. Instant results, and the medical smell lasts only a minute. Don't do this routinely though, as it's delicate skin. Use shaving cream as anti-fog. I used it on the inside of my motorcycle visor. Smear it on, let it dry, then rinse off and dry. It also works for bathroom mirrors. You can use it on a small spot, so you can still see when you get out of the shower. You can do the Heimlich maneuver on yourself. Use a chair or countertop, press yourself against it, right under your ribcage, and press down hard. Should force air up and dislodge a blockage. True lifesaver. If you are ever attacked by a dog, push your forearm into the bite. This pries the jaws apart and prevents them from clamping down. If a dog is attacking you, the best thing you can do is offer your forearm, push as far back as possible, and then grab the dog by the scruff of its neck with your other hand to hold it. The dog is now functionally muzzled, and you have control of its head. The sooner and harder you push into the bite, the less damage the bite will do. If you get a splinter that is still partially sticking out of the skin, put a drop of Elmer's glue on it and let it dry. When you peel the dried glue off your finger, the splinter will be stuck on the glue and pop right off with it. That rubbing alcohol removes chewing gum. I'd go through a 20-layer deep marketing funnel to get to that tip, because it really does work. Also, wow. Thank you for all of the awards, nice redditors. I completely forgot I left this comment and came back and my notifications had blown up. https://zlib.org/ This website has almost all the books. As a broke student, this has helped me immensely. Rubbing vegetable oil, or any cooking oil, on your hands after you cut up jalapenos or other hot peppers. It gets rid of the awfulness that would normally be left on your hands from the peppers. I rub my hands with oil and then wash it off with dish soap. I can totally remove my contacts after doing this. It is crazy how well this works. If a man is in an accident, car, ladder fall, etc., and he gets an erection, don't move him. He has a spinal injury. Put your onion in the freezer for 10 minutes before chopping it. It freezes the juices just enough to slow down the process of it turning into a gas, giving you a few minutes to chop the onion without tears. I learned this tip from a kiddo science show years ago, and I haven't yet had to deal with onion tears since. So many people don't yet believe me, and then are genuinely surprised when it works. Deleted. If you're going to climb a ladder or work on your roof, wear a bike helmet. The cheapest, most effective, and safest insecticide against roaches, especially those huge water bug roaches that we have in the south, is a spray bottle of mostly water with just a little liquid dish soap in it. Shake the bottle and get the water a little foamy, then spray the roaches. They will run, scrabble, and attempt to escape, of course, but they will die. The soap film suffocates them faster than any chemicals will. A friend told me about this, and I thought she was nuts, but I tried it and it works amazingly well. Plus it is very easy to clean up, and safe around food. Not that you want to spray soapy water on your food. From the amazing book Your Gift of Fear by Gavin D. Becker, you're a woman alone who needs assistance is actually far better off choosing someone and asking for help, as opposed to waiting for an unsolicited approach. The person you choose is nowhere near as likely to bring you hazard as is the person who chooses you. If you're in college, don't yet buy your textbooks until you actually need to use them. Who've saved hundreds of dollars by not buying your required textbooks that we never used. Clean jewelry with dish soap, since other cleaning supplies might scratch it, like hand soap or anything that exfoliates or chemically react with the metals. Usually that's harsh cleaning supplies, and dish soap is intended to clean glass and ceramic without scratching it, and silverware without reacting with the metal, etc. When putting a paint can lid back on the can, first put down a layer of cling film, saran wrap. This will stop the lid sticking to the can once the paint on the lid has dried. Run your wrists under cold water or rub an ice cube on your pulse points to cool down all over quickly when you get overheated. It seems obvious, but I didn't yet realize it until last summer working in a warehouse with Noac. If you're having trouble staying awake in class / at a meeting, see how long you can keep one of your feet lifted slightly off the ground. Nail polish remover gets permanent marker off skin, in case someone draws a dick on your face. All your kindling for a fire is wet and all you have is matches and snacks. Any con chip will light into a ball of flames. Sleep on big decisions. You think most clearly in the morning, and often after some time passes you realize you were about to make a big mistake. If you feel suicidal or depressed, don't focus on hope. It is enough to just stay curious. Curiosity has the power to keep you alive far longer than hope ever will. Curiosity leads to engaging work and this leads to opportunity. During pollen season, rinse your hair before bed. Otherwise you're just depositing pollen on your pillowcase every night and then rolling your face in it all night. And then multiply that by how many nights you use the same pillowcase. Got fridge hard butter and you want to bake? Cheese grate it. It will still be work if you're hand mixing, but it's better than trying to chop it. Microwaves exist, but it sucks when the butter splits. Eating candied ginger helps with nausea. Any ginger really, but candied ginger is much better tasting. Edit. I see this really got people talking. Glad to see other remedies are helping, and the community giving each other tips. Thanks for the award, and be excellent to each other. Second edit. Chronic nausea is a different animal and I hope those suffering with it get medical help. Ginger is anyway a cure for all nausea, and lots of things can cause it, such as vertigo, which is an obnoxious thing to have, and ginger 1 year to help. I have that, and it is no fun. I use ginger for migraine nausea myself, which I also get. Mosquitoes bites be gone. This hack is the most valuable thing I've learned in my whole life. Heat the back of a spoon with hot water, then apply the back of the spoon to the bite. I usually do it twice for good measure. The spoon needs to be hot enough to keep on the skin without burning yourself. So test the heat before you press it down. Keep it on until the heat dissipates. Bite will stop itching almost immediately. Usually the bite are completely disappeared within an hour. This only works with mosquitoes from my experience. Write a list and cross shit off. When you accomplish the teensiest thing, it builds momentum. Counting really slowly with the goal of reaching 150 is a decent way to fall asleep. If you have any thoughts during it, just let them play out, and if you forget what number you're on, just go from what you last remember. If you make any major movements, just start again. The goal is to force your brain into slowing down and not having any jerky motions or thoughts, and eventually reaching such a level of carelessness that you eventually fall asleep without realizing. Helped me quite a few times, especially with rain sounds. Hope it helps some of you too.